Hey everybody, let me flip the screen here. Let me Okay, there we go. Okay. Hey everybody. This is and I'm probably going to change the name of this channel. I'm not going to do it right now, but for right now this channel is called Pretty Tarot. I may change it back to Pretty Spiritual. But what I want to tell you guys to do real quick before watching this video, because it might be lengthy. I don't want it to be, but it might be. Go to the top right hand corner of your screen, click on those three dots. That is the menu settings. Click on that and then click on speed and then click on either 1.5x or 2x. That way you can watch this video in half the amount of time but still hear everything in it, okay? Because this is a real important video that I'm doing today. And like I've been telling you guys, I may still do the tarot readings on this channel, but I'm also going to transition this channel into a life coaching channel, an inspirational channel, a channel that will help people grow spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, okay? And to help people heal as well. So I'm going to be doing videos where I'm talking about things that are important that can help you guys grow spiritually and help you guys heal mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever, okay? Psychologically, heal. Things like that. So today I'm talking about protect your blessings and your energy. And the reason why I'm doing this video right now is because lately, you know, I've been doing some really wonderful things and working on some really awesome projects. I look tired, don't I? I ain't got no makeup on except this lipstick because this is a video I just decided to just randomly do it because the devil is a liar, y'all. The devil is a liar. The one thing I know is when you are following what God is guiding you to do, when you are following your spiritual path and you're on the right path, you want to know the best way to know how you know you're on your right path. Not only will you see things grow for you and see things go well and see things go better, but you're also going to experience the turbulence of it all. You're going to see the pushback. You're going to see people casting doubt on what it is that you're doing. You may even start feeling doubt yourself. And when you start feeling doubt or seeing other people doubting what you're doing, even though you know it's the right thing to do, it's the right path, you see it's growing, you see it's doing well, that is the devil coming in to interfere and say, nope, you can't do this. The devil don't mess with anybody who ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Unless you really just sitting idle. You know, there is a saying, idleness is the devil's workshop, but in this case this ain't that, because I ain't been idle, y'all. I ain't been just sitting on my behind and doing none of that. I've been doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm trying to find a better way to have this sitting up so that you guys can see me without me having to hold this camera like that. I have a thing in the car, but I'm just gonna say this. I've been watching attacks come left and right. I've seen, with a project that me and a friend has been doing, somebody come out the blue talking about they want to sue and take legal action because they want to say we have the same business name or the same project name, whatever. And when it comes down to it, they really didn't have any basis, no legal basis. They were just blowing smoke because they were feeling intimidated by the fact that we're doing well, and I guess they see us as competition with what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? What we're working on. And I told my friend this, my business partner, I told her, I said, ignore it. Ignore it. Don't give them any more of your energy. I said, if they really want to come after us legally, let them have to do it. Because they have no actual legal basis or legal recourse to actually even pursue us in court. They probably would get their stuff dismissed anyway. But they felt intimidated by what we were doing. And I could tell. That's also how you know you're doing right. Now, oddly enough, so that was strike one. Oddly enough, the same business partner who I'm working with on this project, all of a sudden I started noticing they started dragging their feet. I noticed I started sensing So it wasn't just what I was seeing, it's also what I was sensing. You need to trust what you're picking up, what you're feeling, what you're sensing. I started to see and sense that this same, I mean, this is that other person want to sue us. This is somebody else who's not working with us. But the project partner that I'm working with on this business project, all of a sudden started having doubts. And I'm kind of not surprised, but yet I am, right? Because we've been getting so much positive feedback from other people. We've been seeing numbers grow. We've been seeing the stats. You know what I'm saying? We've been seeing a lot of things really showing proof that it's working, and it's all trial and error. You know what I'm saying? It's some of it's trial and error, some of it's not, because I have a little experience with this, whereas she has no experience with this at all, with the project we're doing. But she has the talent. Okay, she has the talent the same way I have the talent. It's a gift. Ever since we started this project, 1111, and for those of you who are really spiritual, you know what 1111 is. You also just know period what 11 is. If you're seeing 11s all the time, especially if you see 11 twice, that is a spiritual message from your angels, from God, saying, hey, you are following destiny, you're following course, you're following a path, this is meant to be. It doesn't mean that is your entire destiny. There are many things on your destiny, your path, that you will be guided to. This is one of them for us. And it's not a coincidence. It comes up every single time we are in discussion about the project and ideas for it and actually working on things for it. And I mean, even when we're thinking about it, it just comes up. It could pop up on the clock, on the phone, just anywhere. And I'm like, well, I'm not crazy, but I've been very spiritual. I've been spiritual my whole life, but I've been getting closer to God. Okay. And I felt like my friend was too, but like I said, it doesn't mean that the more spiritual you get and the closer to God you get, that the devil's not going to show up. Just because you're doing well or you're doing something that is succeeding doesn't mean the devil won't show up. Oh, that is the most opportune time for the devil to show up and for complications and trivial things to come up. We're here to learn, we're here to grow, and part of us growing, part of us succeeding we will have obstacles, we will have challenges. It's up to you to recognize those issues, to recognize those challenges, and to overcome those obstacles when you do see them. And all it takes is requiring effort and faith. You got to have faith in what you're doing. You got to believe in what you're doing. If you don't, then why are you doing it? You got to have passion in what you're doing. Otherwise, why are you doing it? But you definitely have to have faith. You have to have a vision. And you have to have a real big vision. I don't believe in anything small. I believe in only big. I don't believe in, settling for less and saying, oh, well, I'm okay with just only this and only that. No. If you have big visions, don't let nobody come in and tell you that you can't have it. You know what I'm saying? My friend just come out of the blue and she's saying, well, you're not this and you're not that and yada yada. She gave different examples and this and that and other. And then she said, and we don't have the qualifications to do this. And I said, according to who? According to who? This is something I've been looking into for years, for a long time, long before than she's ever done, because this is not my first trial. This is not my first go at this particular type of project. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, also in 2020, it's not always about if you have a degree in something. It's about if you really have the experience and if you have something different, something unique to bring to the table. Okay? Some fields you have to have a degree in. You're going to be a medical doctor? You better get ready to go to medical school, okay? You want to be an engineer? Well, go ahead and get ready to go to school for engineering. If you want to work for somebody else, it doesn't mean that you can't have the genius of an engineer and have your own company building and creating different things. You know what I'm saying? It just all depends what you're trying to do. This is an entire entrepreneurial business project that we are doing on our own. This is not us trying to go work for somebody else. That's another reason why a degree is not required or necessary. What we're trying to do, trust me, I know we can do this. I know we can do this. Been there, done that, except this time a larger vision. And I know this time we were guided to go in this direction, do this. However, she's having doubts. And I'm just like, look, it's okay for you to have doubts. It's okay to be afraid of success. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's afraid of success. It's okay. But I'm like, what we're not going to do here though is we're not going to speak negative over what we're doing and say what's not possible. And I'm not going to accept anybody telling me what I'm not and what's not possible. You know, that's where you got to draw the line. That's when the devil's talking to you and saying, well, you're not good enough, or you're not smart enough, you're not capable enough, you're not experienced enough, you don't have this, you don't have that. Plenty of people who are extremely successful today, they didn't have all the so-called qualifications that you're supposed to supposedly have. They had the dream, they had the vision. And a lot of people told them they couldn't do it, they couldn't do it, they couldn't do it, they couldn't do it. Don't listen to those kind of people. Get those people away from you or tune them out. Pray for those kind of people and pray for them to find their way. Pray for them to find faith. Pray for them to figure out who they are and what they really want to do. Because if you know what you want to do and you're strong in your convictions about it and you already see the vision for it and you feel like you've been led that in that direction spiritually, then don't let somebody, no matter how close they are to you or not, tell you what you cannot do or what this cannot do and where it cannot go. It's not up to them. They're not God. You know what I'm saying? They are not God. Only God could tell you what you can do or what you cannot do. And if God don't want you to do something, he will shut it down. Will shut it down. You hear me? We'll shut it down in a minute and make sure that you can't do it again. But this ain't that case. This is the devil interfering. And you know how you know when the devil's interfering? Like I said, you can see things going well. And out of the blue, here comes some negative Nancy. Here comes somebody being pessimistic. Here comes somebody being negative. And by the way, you're not negative if you are honest enough to keep it real with people and tell them their true shortcomings and letting them know this is why they're not succeeding or this is why things are not going anywhere. Because the same person wants to say, yo, you're negative. Oh, I'm negative? You're the one who's saying, I'm not this, I'm not that, and this project can't go this place or it can't go there, and these certain opportunities won't come out of it. Why not? Everybody else can see the vision. Why don't you see it? They refuse to want to see it. And they want to say that I'm being negative because I'm being real with them, and I'm telling them, hey, you're afraid, and it's okay. You're afraid of success. You're afraid of the opportunities that could come in that you're not sure you want to take. And I said, you just need to be honest. Because I said, if we get offered a contract, if we get offered a certain opportunity in which I know it's coming, I can see it coming, I can feel it. I said, what are you going to do? Are you going to stall and say no? Because I said, you can't speak for the both of us, and you can't speak for the business itself. Even though we're partners, I said, you can only speak for yourself. And you're either on board or you're not. Because I'm like, this train is moving with or without you. Because technically, I'm the one who sparked the project back up. We're not going to get into debate about whose idea it was. Because I already know whose idea it was. You know, I already know. But I'm not going to get into that argument with them. Not even going to discuss it here. We already know. But I'm the one who believed in this project from day one. I'm the one who sparked it back up when they weren't sure if they wanted to or not until they saw the numbers grow. Okay? And I'm telling them, hey, you can be a part of this or not. I enjoy doing this business in this project with them. But I let them know it can't go anywhere if your vision is small. If your vision is small, if you are thinking negative, you will literally block your own blessings. So this gets back to the message of protect your blessings, protect your energy. You need to only believe in the positive. It's okay to see the shortcomings in something so that you can fix that. However, you should not be having stifled visions of where you think something can go when it comes to the potential of something that you are, supposed to be working on or involved with. If you're not committed to the idea, if you're not committed to the business, the project, the dream, then you need to sit back and think about what it is that you're doing and what it is that you really want. And if you're not sure what you want, then be open-minded. That's another thing. You guys be open-minded. Your blessings are not always going to come in the form that you think they should. They're not always going to come in the area or the field you think they should. They're not always going to come the way you think they should look like. And this can go for anything. Some of you out there, you want financial and career blessings. It's not always going to look the way you think it should or come the way you think it should. That's up to God. It's up to you to ask for the discernment to be able to follow wherever your blessings are so that you're on the right track. If you want marriage or a happy, loving relationship or something, you want love, it may not come in the form you think it will, meaning the person that is your typical type may not even be the type to bring you what you're looking for in terms of love and marriage and happy relationships. It might be somebody totally different that you never would have even thought could be your type or that you would even look at. You know what I'm saying? It comes, God knows who that person is for you. You guys have got to get out of your own way. It's bad enough other people around you some people are going to try to drag you down or try to stifle your dreams and your visions. But don't do it to yourself too by being closed-minded or narrow-minded and stuck on this one idea, this type of how something has to be or what you see fit for yourself. Because everything we see fit for ourselves is not exactly what God sees fit for us or what we were put here to do. Get out of your own way. Get other people out of your way who are, trying to be negative and stifle you, and you get out of your own way. Because if you're thinking negative or being negative or closed-minded or narrow-minded, then you're stifling yourself. Pray for discernment. Sit, be quiet, be still. Know yourself. It's okay to want to be realistic. But sometimes what you think is realistic is not always the way God is seeing it. You may say, well, I don't know how this would be possible. God does. God can move mountains. And your ability to create and manifest, because God made us creators, He created us in His image. You can't create or manifest something if you're too busy thinking it's not even possible. Therefore, you are literally destroying your ability to manifest or attract something to you or to create it. Period. I've seen so many people say they had a certain goal, dream, vision, and this is what they wanted, how they wanted it. And because they focus on that, that's what came to them. But at the same time, I've heard people say, well, I really wanted this or that, but it turned out the blessing was this or that. It's okay to have a dream, goal, vision for yourself and to go for it. But if you find yourself being guided in other directions, it's okay to divide your attention to other directions and to pray for discernment. Is this the right thing to do or not? And to try to be open-minded about it, especially if you see it's doing well. Okay? So I'm just going to leave that at that, you guys. Get out of your own way and keep other people out of your way who are trying to discourage you. Don't ever let anybody tell you you're not the next Serena Williams. You're not the next, I cannot say Oprah, because right now Oprah is like under fire right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are quite, but in terms of her success, you know what I'm saying? In terms of what she does in her career, in terms of that, not in terms of her personal choices that she makes that affects her career, but I'm just saying, don't let anybody tell you you're not the next Tyler Perry. You're not the next whoever. You're not the next Bill Gates. You're not the next who's the other guy? Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? Don't let anybody come in and tell you what you're not. Nobody gets to tell you that. Nobody gets to tell you, oh, your business is not going to succeed. It's not going to go to that level. Your project is not going to succeed. It's not going to go to that level. Nobody gets to tell you that except God. And if God don't want you to do it, let God come in and re-guide you and to redirect you, or just put it to a halt. But no human being on this earth gets to tell you those things. Any human being that thinks they can, and they get offended when you stand up for what you know. You know what your dreams are. You know what your visions are. You feel strongly convicted in those dreams and stuff. when somebody gets offended at you standing up against their negativity and their pessimism and their doubt and their fear, you know, you got to question, where's their heart at? Where's their faith at? Why don't they have, why do they seem to be lacking in faith? Why do they seem to be so fearful? What are they afraid of? What are they scared of? You know what I'm saying? People are going to be scared for different reasons. But nobody has the right to take their fears and try to oppress your ambitions and your faith because they don't see that they can do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if there's somebody you with and you want to get married and they don't feel like that's for them, don't let them tell you you don't deserve marriage. Don't let them tell you that you can't have this, you can't have that. I have a friend who, like I said, she let somebody tell her that at her age, she shouldn't even be considering herself an option for marriage for men at our age or whatever. And I'm like, that's a joke. Who told you that? Oh, so somebody with a narrow-minded, shallow mind told you that and you believe it? And they have the nerve to try to tell me the same thing. Like, well, women our age. The hell you mean women our age? Lies you tell, the devil is a liar. There is no such thing that something's not possible until you allow yourself to believe that nonsense. Let God be your guide, be your source. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. You pray for discernment if you're not sure what direction you're going in. If you're not sure if it's the right direction. And have faith. And pray for protection, to be protected from other people's negative energy, and for you to not give into that negative energy, for you to not give into the doubts and the fears. And pray for people when you see that they're fearful, they're scared, they're feeling pessimistic, they're feeling a lack of confidence, because some people it's a lack of confidence. Some people don't know what the heck they want to do, and they're running around, confused. And because they're confused, or because they're not sure, because they're not confident, they're fearful, they feel like they're not going to be satisfied until you feel the same way, or they want to pull you down to the same level to get you to think on the same low level, because that is what they're comfortable with. You don't have to think on the same low level. You don't. Elevate yourselves. And try to help elevate people with you, but some people you're not going to be able to bring with you to the promised land. Okay? Jesus could not bring everybody with him. There's an old saying, you could lead the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. The only thing you can do is try to encourage people. And when you see somebody can't handle your honesty, or they can't handle your encouragement, they can't handle the passion, drive you have, you just got to be honest and say, you're either with me or you're not. You're either on this train or you're not, because it's leaving without you. And just send them your blessings and send them your love and your regard, and tell them no hard feelings, because people like to get in their feelings and try to blackmail people emotionally. Don't let nobody blackmail you emotionally and tell you that you got to be on the same page as them. Otherwise, this can't work. No, if you find you can't be on the same page, you're not compatible. Not as partners, not as business partners, not as lovers, whatever it may be. Okay? Whatever it may be. If you're not on the same page, you're not on the same page. And if that person's not willing to meet you halfway and figure it out, then it may not be a compatible match. And you may have to find somebody else to do the project with, or go it alone by yourself. Don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid to go and do something on your own. Be smart, but don't ever feel like you have to have somebody else to validate what you're doing. You don't. Some people are just not willing to be honest with themselves, and they're scared, and they lack confidence, and they're fearful. And I feel bad when I see that. And I try to be honest with people. I'm tough love. I am not here to baby anybody. I am tough love. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to uplift you. And if that means being honest and being real with you on a real level, that's what I'm going to do. I'm a Scorpio. Scorpios are not here to baby you. We are here to help you if you want the help to receive it. And we're going to keep it real with you. We're not going to hold your hand and say, oh, come on, baby. We're not doing all that. We're not doing all that. And this is 2020. Folks grown. Okay? If people want to be in their feelings because they're overly sensitive, you know what I'm saying? Or they can't handle constructive criticism, then you just got to let them be where they're at. Now, there's a difference between constructive criticism and tough love versus somebody being actually verbally abusive, or somebody being a bully or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And You have to know yourself, you have to know your intentions, and you have to know how are you really treating people, how are you really speaking to people. And if you know that you only have positive or well intentions, you know what I'm saying, or if you know somebody else have well or positive intentions, be honest with yourself. Is that person trying to just only help you and their intentions are positive regardless how it's coming off? Or are you being overly sensitive, and vice versa? Look, you have to look at it from both angles. Are you being hard on someone or being abusive or whatever, or being a bully, or are you just being honest and sincere because you're tired of the nonsense and you know better, you believe in that person or you believe in a project? Is somebody being this way to you? Are they really abusive? Are they really harsh? Are they really a bully? Or are they just keeping it real with you and you just can't handle the realness? You can't handle anything because you're being overly sensitive. That's another thing. Toughen up, you guys. Get a tough skin, because the real world can be harsh. The real world is real. It will, let me tell you something. Eat you up, chew you up, and spit your A right on back out if you cannot handle yourself. If you are overly sensitive and you don't have a tough skin. That's the real world. And if you sitting around waiting for somebody to hold your hand, baby you, and tell you everything you want to hear and all this other stuff, and stroke your ego and tell you only sweet things about yourself and tell you that you're perfect when you know good and well nobody's perfect. Everybody got shortcomings. So if you think your crap don't stink, then you're not ready for the real world, because everybody's poo stink, okay? Everybody's, okay? Ain't nobody who go, unless you eating a real clean diet, meaning you've been real disciplined. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, there's no such thing as a perfect person. You ain't perfect. So don't be that person who's when somebody who you know is a good friend, who you know is a family member, whatever, and they trying to help you, be willing to receive the help, even if it's not everything you always want to hear. But also be able to know when to tune out the toxic stuff too. You'll know the difference, and if you don't know the difference, then pray about it. But there's a big difference between somebody being toxic versus somebody is trying to just be helpful, and vice versa and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to accept somebody telling you what you are and what you aren't if you know it's about a dream or a goal. Now, when it comes down to character, if somebody tell you negative all the time, or that you seem fearful, or that you're dragging your feet, you might want to pay attention to that and just really observe. Don't have nothing to say about it. Just take the observation and then allow yourself time to really see, am I really like this or not? Then come back and say, well, you know what? I had some time to, really think back and reflect on what you said, and I disagree with you. Or I see where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to end the video here now. But you guys, please don't let nobody come in and bring the devil with them. Because the devil's a liar. And a lot of times when you're doing good, you're doing well, you're succeeding, or you're seeing something take off, the devil will come in and will try to use anybody to drag you down. Anybody. It'd be your best friend, your significant other, your sister, your brother, your mama, your daddy, whoever. It'll even be people on the outside that don't even know you well. There will always be somebody that the devil will send in to try to destroy you and what you're doing. Don't allow it. Don't allow it. You know what I'm saying? But be open-minded and understand if you're not perfect and maybe you need to grow, because stifling your growth levels can be dangerous too. You don't want to be too closed-minded. You want to be too narrow-minded. You want to have a healthy, open mind. You want to be open to everything, but you do want to have a healthy, open mind. Okay? Peace, you guys, and I hope you guys are appreciating these videos. I know a lot of y'all out there, you love these tarot readings, but the tarot readings are not going to help some of you guys find the answers to or the solutions to some of your problems. It's just not. It's just going to be entertainment, and a lot of people try and make predictions and this and that other. You have control to some extent over your destiny, to some extent. Not entirely. You have free will, But you guys, you can't be sitting around waiting on something good to happen to you. You have to get off your butt and make positive things happen. And you can't force anybody to be what you want them to be to you, or to be the way you want them to either. If somebody is just not seeing things eye to eye with you, leave them where they're at and just move forward. They're either going to realize that this is what they want to, and maybe they need time to see that, or they don't. No hard feelings, but press on, you guys, looking for what it is that you're searching for, and live your lives. Live your lives. Don't be just sitting around just looking at a bunch of tarot readings all the time. I will continue to do those on my channel, but I'm also going to continue to do these videos because my channel is no longer just tarot readings. It's not going to be just that anymore. And eventually it might not be that anymore at all. And if I lose subscribers over that, so be it. Oh well. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm all about spiritual growth, personal growth, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. You know what I'm saying? Not just feeding people what they want to hear, or feeding people's obsessions over the details and over things they want to know about. That really focus on yourselves and everything will fall into place. You know what I'm saying? That's the key to finding a happy life. Not sitting around obsessing over people that may not be thinking about you or may have left you behind. Not obsessing over anything. Don't allow yourselves to feel like a victim either, because that unempowers you. Come out of that as well, you guys. Doesn't matter what somebody did or what somebody done. See yourself as the victor, and maybe it's somebody else's loss, a job, a person, whatever it is. Empower yourselves. I'm here to empower you guys, and I hope you guys are ready for that ride. You know what I'm saying? To be empowered, because that's what a lot of people need right now. Not just a ton of readings several times every day. You know, I'm not going to be that channel pushing out several readings every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people doing that for the money. I don't need the money. I don't need it. So I'm not here to just be feeding people's obsessions. Am I judging their channels? Yeah, I am right now. Because a lot of them are not helping you guys. I've started to begin to see a couple channels actually care to help you guys to grow spiritually and emotionally and psychologically. But then I'm seeing other channels, all they care to do is feed on your obsessions, because they're looking at the money they're making every time they get views on their videos. Because they have advertisements below the videos and on the videos. So y'all think about that for a minute. You know what I'm saying? While y'all watching these channels, watch them for entertainment. But please, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Go for your spiritual growth. Go for your growth, period, as a person. Don't just be sucked into that vortex of, oh man, I want to know how, you know, this is going to go, and yada yada, and how they feel, and blah blah blah. Live your lives, because God wants you to prosper. God wants you to be happy. But you can't find that sitting, you know, looking at all these readings all day and all night. That's not going to be the answer. I know this from real life experience. Peace.